Good morning, everybody. Welcome back to the installment of Scott's Selections here for Monday, February 15th. Before getting today's play of the day, quick recap of what happened yesterday. We ended up having a nice winner as we give out Georgia Tech -4 at -113 on DraftKings, and they ended up winning by 6. Game was pretty dicey like I thought it would be, but Georgia Tech ended up making a couple shots late, hit its free throws, and ended up winning the game and covering the spread in the process. Plus, on the joint show, we ended up doing a couple of plays for the Daytona 500, and, well, it was a bunch of plays, and we ended up plus zero point 0.1 units. So yeah, really kind of broke even there. A little bit of profit, I suppose, but either way, pretty nice Sunday, and hopefully that carries over into Monday. Now, for the play of the day, we're going to be sticking with college basketball. It's going to be on a matchup between Eastern Kentucky and Tennessee Tech. It's going to be taking place at 7 p.m. Eastern Time. And for the play of the day, we're going to be taking the total, and we like the over in this spot, and the best line available right now is over 150.5 at -110 on BetMGM. The time recording of 1:27 a.m. Eastern Time. A couple reasons why I like the over in this spot. First of all, there has been a lot of money on the over already. It opened up at around 150. Now it's up to 151 in most spots. BetMGM still has 150.5. This line should continue to climb. I think this line will probably climb to at least 152.5, 153, maybe even higher, just based on Eastern Kentucky, which I'll get into in a second. But this total definitely has the makings of something that might fly through the roof. Not to the same extent as the Bryant and Citadel, those type of games earlier in the season, but I do think this will continue to move a couple of points, so I'm going to get in early while there's still some value on it. But looking at Eastern Kentucky, the main reason why I like the over in this spot is because of the fact that Eastern Kentucky is a great over team. This team plays at a very fast pace. It currently ranks 3rd in the entire country in tempo, and Tennessee Tech ranks 177th. So I do think this game should feature a lot of possessions. Eastern Kentucky should try to push the pace like it normally does, and I do think you will see both teams get up a ton of shots, get a ton of free throws, which should lead to a lot of possessions for both teams. And Eastern Kentucky in particular has had a very, very strong over streak. If you look at its results over the last couple of weeks, 8 of Eastern Kentucky's last 9 games have totaled at least 152 points. So I think that 150.5 is simply too low for Eastern Kentucky. Definitely should be somewhere in the, I'd say, mid to slightly, I'd say the 153 to 155 range. So I do think that with this current number, you definitely are getting some value. Now, it is worth mentioning that both of these teams actually played earlier this season, and that game landed exactly 170. So now you have a total which is roughly 20 points lower than the landing spot of the first matchup, which I think is way too low. I think you should end up expecting a little bit of regression, maybe in terms of offense. I don't think they'll get to 170 again, but to automatically assume that the rematch should result in 20 fewer points, I think is a little bit absurd. I think this game should probably land in the mid-150s to maybe even low 160s, something along those lines. But either way, I think that total is simply too low, and for that reason, I'm going to be taking this play of the day. Now, looking at some trends for both teams support the over. The over is 6-0 in Eastern Kentucky's last 6 road games, and the over is 4-1 in Tennessee Tech's last 5 home games. So everything that basically adds together to result in a game that features a pretty low total for Eastern Kentucky, and I think that Eastern Kentucky and company will fly over. And for that reason, the play there once again here for Monday, February 15th is going to be on Eastern Kentucky and Tennessee Tech, over 150.5 at -110 on BetMGM. That's been Solomon Scott Selection. Good luck to all of you and your respective bets today. Bye, everyone.